What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are having a good end of the week. It's the holiday rush, almost to the last week before work, I would guess, for most of you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good holidays lined up and a good weekend lined up. In this video, we're going to be pulling some shards here to finish off the summon rush for the Yukimasa fusion. So summon rush just launched in game a couple hours ago. 3,500 for the rare, 6,100 for the epic. Honestly, these are the same values, I believe, as the most recent traditional fusion granite doorkeep. It was 3,500 for the rare and 6,100 for the epic. Now, in terms of what we're talking about in terms of like value, the epic is pretty valuable, right? It's the equivalent of 4 rares. And especially when you're paying 3,500 for 1 rare, paying 6,100 for 4 rares doesn't sound so bad. Now, the main reason why you would go for the epic is if you saw a lot of value in the extra events that you can skip. Mainly in this case, you would be trading whatever shards, 6,100 points worth of shards, so that you don't have to do a couple other events. So as long as that equates to you as good value, then going for the epic makes sense. Some people can even equate to it as just saving time or peace of mind, right? Because having the epic allows you to miss some events if it's a really strong fusion that you can't afford to miss. Having the epic gives you a little bit of insurance. Now, from my experience, going for the epic does yield you a slight discount in the end, especially if you were planning to do the second summon event during the fusion. It does save you a little bit. It really depends what kind of shards you have. Obviously, for the summon rush event, sacred shards are the best kind of value to get this thing done. We have no incentive to pull the smaller shards, so it's going to be the sacred shards here in this event. Pretty good, I mean, you got top end 2 books here, which is kind of nice. And we do have a progressive event today with some decent champions in it, but nothing too crazy. For me personally, I'm just going to go and get the rare. Main reason is, just going to bring up the calendar here. Main reason is there is a champion chase happening next week. So the champion chase happening next week, and this is a traditional fusion. Now, that means we can fuse the epics during the champion chase. In this case, the epic is a non-void epic, so it's going to be 250 points each. So we got at least 3 of them that we can fuse for the champion chase, which is just pretty much easy points. I do have, on this account, I have 4 remnant summons, so that's minimum 1,000 points. And then on my main account, I have 6 remnant summons, so that's 1,500 points. So I have a lot of things lined up for the champion chase, so there's really no reason for me to skip it. I'm ready to pull for it, and you never know, because the champion chase is near the end of this fusion. There might be another big event that spills over into the champion chase, and then you can't skip the champion chase if you want to participate in that one. So that's kind of how Plarium grabs you back in. In the past, they've done this with fusions that offered the epic, and it was a bit nasty because a lot of people would pick up the epic thinking that they would skip the second summon event, but Plarium would offer a very good event for the second summon event, basically pulling people back in, and then you would be basically left going extra hard for an epic and then still not being able to skip the extra summoning event. So basically you're just doing more summoning, right? Also, skipping additional events for me are not particularly impactful because I will be probably participating in all the events anyways, and then they have general overlap. So for me, I don't think I see much value in skipping extra events by picking up the relics. So I'm just going to participate on all the events, pick up the rare here, save a couple sacreds, and not go for the epic. Both accounts, I'm going to pull 6 sacreds, and then I'm going to pull 500 mystery shards just to finish it up off screen, just because I need some food for the training event. Why not? Spent most of the morning actually commissioning off my champions for the faction guardians actually. So I did save up a bunch of room. If you commission basically 10 epics from every single faction, that's 130 slots that you would have saved. So that's actually pretty nice. Keep in mind, obviously, being very careful about what you commission and what you don't commission. On this account, I haven't done it yet. So for example, I can show you guys how to do it. Let's say I want to commission. Let's say I want to commission this guy. I have no use for this guy. So there you go. Commission. Boom. He's gone. And then this stat boost is permanent, and then this champion is forever gone from your account. So you get 2 extra slots left. It's a bit tedious to do it for every single one, so maybe space it out, but you get that space permanently. All right, so we got 18 sacred shards here on this account. We have been heating up a little bit, picking up the sacred shards on this account. Ever since I made that clan boss videos, definitely been heating up. So like I said, guys, RNG is RNG, giveth and taketh. All right, so for this, I think for both accounts, I want Glaciate. Glaciate's super nice, and then we will look for a +4 Creoldin. That's what we're gonna go for. No boosted rates here, guys. So plain rates, so 6% chance with the sacred shards. Mercy, I mean, very low on mercy and all that stuff, so not really relevant. Let's see what we get. This is the alt account. Let's see. We're pulling 6, pulling down to 12. Okay, we're starting off with the epic here. Beast Feeder. I had found some use for this guy. It does bring a shield, increased speed, increased accuracy on a 3-turn, increased crit rate. And then he has a heal. Yeah, he has a heal on his pass. I did find some use for this guy. Not totally useless, but not something I would use a lot. Moving on, we got Aina here. Is she the book sisters? Nope, not quite. I mean, she does take a lot of books, but not quite. The other ones were even crazier, like 21 books or something. Next up, another purple Alaric. This guy is instant food. Never ever found a use for this guy ever. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's keep going here. Another epic. There we go. Creoldin on the boosted rates. One of the best epics, I would say. Definitely very good. Increased speed, turn meter boost with the AoE freeze, with the triple hit freeze here. Main, a lot of Fire Knight Hard teams use this guy just because he is basically made for that dungeon, and he's an epic, so that's really, really good. Good budget option. I always look for this guy if people are looking to build up some teams. Another epic, 5th in a row. Luria. Luria got some use after Centranos. Yeah, she got some decent use there. She's got the AoE freeze, yep, and then AoE block buffs. She can hit kind of hard if you just, give her your best gear, I guess, for that Centranos wave, but yeah, she definitely saw some use. Let's see, last sacred shard here for this count. Just pulling 6, and we got a gold coming in, and it's going to be Sigmund the High Shield. I don't have this champion, I think. And this guy actually has an interesting story. I know he's very old. He's very old, so maybe you guys don't remember him. But when he first was introduced in the game, he was I believe, a hybrid fusion or a traditional fusion. And the epic piece to go into Sigmund here was Demitha. Demitha, as we all know, is the void epic dwarf with the 3-turn block damage. So that epic was a game changer for people looking to try to get into Ultra Nightmare. And I, purposely skipped fusing him to keep Demitha on my account so that I could build an Ultra Nightmare clan boss team. And that's what I did, and it was awesome. So I never had this champion, and that's the story around him. He's not a bad champion. He got an A1 here, removes any shield buffs. I mean, it's not super crazy. It has a chance to remove 1 random buff as well. Not crazy A1, but then the rest of his kit is still decent. 3-turn cooldown here. Double hit has a 75% chance of placing provoke, and then 100% chance of placing decreased attack. Now, if you're hitting twice with 75%, it's closer to 90%. So it's it's pretty close to 100% AoE. Not too bad, especially if you just pick them up early. And then his A3 here on a 3-turn cooldown places a shield on everybody and a strengthen on everybody. Not a bad A3. Obviously, there's some better ones nowadays on a 3-turn cooldown, but still not too bad. And then he does bring a passive as well. Whenever he is hit, has a 20% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs on the attacker. Has a 40% chance instead when attacked by a boss. Could be useful against some bosses, but obviously not super strong. His base stats are actually decent. And then he brings defense and Doom Tower Vows. I mean, he's probably a below average champion at this point in the game. But his kit, serviceable, but nothing too crazy. Anyways, a little bit of story time here with Sigmund. We're done the pulls on this account, so we'll head to the main account and we'll do some more pulls over there. All right, we are on the main account here, and we are ready to pull. We got 33 sacred shards, so like I said, The discrepancy between both accounts in terms of pulling sacred shards is crazy, as I depicted in my most recent clown boss video. But the other account's definitely been heating up relative to this account. So this account I think maybe picked up like 2 sacred shards, and the other account picked up like 7 sacred shards. So it's it comes and goes, guys. It's all RNG. Let's go. We're gonna go with Glaciade here. We have all these champions, but we don't have Glaciade. And then same thing, we'll go for the +4 Creodens. Let's go. Pulling 6, so pulling down to 27. Oh, switching up the vaults. Let's do it. Come on, purple here. Lucia, never really found a good use for her. I don't know. Really, I'm digging the skin. Like Elf Ranger style. I'm digging it. Let's see what else we got here. Epic again. Aina again. No, thank you. Keep going. Creoden, hey, we're at least hitting the progressive for the epics. All right. That's good. I mean, that's good. More Creodens, more +4 Creodens. That's good. Keep going. Aina again. What? Of all the epics in the game, we got 2 of the same one. That's crazy. Like that's kind of crazy luck / unlucky. Well, her leg is like scarred up. I never realized that. Interesting. Or is that just graphics? It looks pretty scarred up. All right, all right. Fang Cleric. You know what? I actually found some use for this guy. Generally, he has a pretty terrible kit, but because he brings the revive here and a little bit of healing, he's okay. Like I end up using him for 1 or 2 faction, Centranos waves. And yeah, this is basically what you need. Speed in all battles, you gotta heal here, and then you gotta revive. So, you know, it's the skills are not good value, but he had his use. All right, this is going to be the last sacred shard on this account. Let's see if we can get gold, and no gold here. Wow, 2 Creodens. All right, at least the progressives are working on the epics, right? Creoden's still very good, so happy to have more of them to build up those +4s. I have 2 of these guys built to 60, again, to help in Centranos waves or Centranos levels, so having the +4s would be nice. Anyways, that's going to be it for the sacred shard pulls on both accounts. Now, like I said, for this fusion, it should be in the bag. I shouldn't have to pull much shards afterwards. So 6 sacred shards to get the fusion. Like I said, we have 6 remnants on this account. We have 4 remnants on the previous account. And yeah, fuse up the epics so you get some additional points during the champion chase that's coming up. Should not cost me too many more shards to get Yukimasa finished up. So all good with that. And then, of course, obviously, guys, on Monday, we have the Deck of Fate for Hilvi. But that one's going to be all energy and soulstone, so make sure you guys are aware of that. It's a little bit of a bummer for those that are skipping the fusion and then having, holding on to shards, but not being able to use shards for Hilvi. Hilvi is a great champion. For me, like, I've been holding on to these immortal soulstones for many months, guys. I skipped the Raphael Deck of Fate, so I didn't have to use my soulstones there. But I've been holding on to these since before the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab. So sometime in the summer. I've been holding on to these. I've been using them sparingly. I think I maybe used like 30 or something for a Deck of Fate not too long ago. But yeah, basically these are all going to go in. Hopefully there's going to be a boost on Monday. But it's not often that they boost every single shard. So hopefully they boost the 2 small ones. And then we can kind of throw them in with a little bit of extra value on Monday. Anyways, guys, best of luck on your shard pulls. Let me know how your Yukimasa fusion is going on right now. Hopefully you guys get what you guys are looking for. Anyways, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching until the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video.